Hey guys, my name is Danny and I'm your life and relationship coach. And I wanted to talk about letting go of somebody we love. Um, this is not an easy topic. And I understand that a lot of people find it difficult to let go of somebody that they feel is their person, right? Is their soulmate, the person they had planned on spending the rest of their life with. Oftentimes, when people break up, and you are the individual who was broken up with, or you're the person who is considering doing the breaking up, the emotional aspect of it can be really difficult. And the feeling of hurting that individual makes us freeze. It paralyzes us because we've developed a relationship with this individual. We've formed a connection and a bond, and we've experienced so many things together in life that it can be hard to try to release those things. And it's a period of transition. And we don't always deal with change and transition well, especially when it comes to the subject of love. So, how can we start to process, right? How can we start to let go of that person in a healthy way? The first thing you can do is allow yourself to grieve. Grieving is so important, right? Because it allows us to process the emotion. So to feel the emotion, to process the emotion, and to flush out the emotion. If we do not allow ourselves to grieve, if we do not allow ourselves the space to be able to do that, we basically just compartmentalize, and it can result in physical manifestation of symptoms like anxiety and stress and panic attacks and all these different things that you don't really want to deal with when you're already trying to process that your life is going to be completely different. I empathize with you. I understand. So allowing yourself to go through the process of grieving. If you have to cry, cry. If you need to lay in your bed for a few days, lay in your bed for a few days and just let it go. Give yourself permission to do that. But keep in mind, you have to get up and keep going. You have to allow yourself to grieve and to suffer, but then you have to make the choice to continue on and to move forward, because that is the only way that you're going to be able to truly get over that individual and to let go of that love. Now, that does not necessarily mean that you will not continue to love that person, but you will just love that person in a different capacity. And that's really the hard part for people, right? Trying to understand what that transition looks like, because the unknown is scary. And that individual was integrated into your life. They were such a part of you that now that person is no longer there. You're trying to figure out who you are as an individual and regaining kind of some of that self-identity. So there's a lot of things that are going on here. But again, I want you to allow yourself to grieve. The second thing that really helps is journaling, writing things down. People oftentimes lose the words, right? When emotions are running high and they are feeling a very particular way, it is hard to express yourself in a rational and logical way. So I always recommend that my clients write, they journal, because getting the thoughts out on paper is a purging of your emotions. It really kind of helps to clear your head. And the second thing, B, is that it allows you to view your emotions and your situation objectively. And when you're able to view it from a third party perspective and look back and say, okay, this is what I'm currently going through, but there is a potential and there is a possibility for me to move past this, because you are kind of removing it from yourself and putting it onto something else to where you can view it outside of yourself. And as weird as that may seem, it is a productive and an efficient and a positive way and a healthy way of dealing with the release and the purging of the emotions. The third one is invest in self-care. You have two choices. The first choice is to just allow yourself to fall apart. And if you allow yourself to fall apart, then that serves no purpose. The grieving part of this process is what that is for. But there's always the intention of picking yourself back up. But if you decide to just let yourself fall apart and you don't think that you're ever going to get out of this situation, just know that you will. Time heals. And as cliche as that may sound, it is 100% accurate and true. You know, as human beings, we feel the need to control time, right? It is an obsession that we have. And it's because the controlling of time. So for example, when you are post breakup or when you are letting go of somebody that you love, it feels like time moves so slow. It feels like 1 week is a month. So we try to control time. We want things to go by faster. We want to get over that pain quickly. And the reason why we are so obsessed with time is because time means finality, right? Time is finite. We only have so much time on this earth. So if we are able to control time, we are able to control our lives, and we don't have to be scared or concerned that things will come to an end. Allow time to do what it does best, and that is to heal. So investing in yourself, right? So again, as I said, option number 1 is letting yourself fall apart. Option number 2 is deciding to invest in yourself again, reevaluating your situation and saying, no, I am going to get back up and I'm going to take care of me and myself, right? So what are the things that used to make you happy? What are the things that made you who you are, that defined you as your own person, your authentic, true self? It is very possible that you may have lost that along the way in the relationship. And now is the time to reinvest in that and to become that person that you once were or the person that you've been wanting to be. The 4th one is find a solid support group. So whether that be a group of friends that can help you through the situation, if you go to just kind of a relationship support group, if you decide to go to a therapist, if you decide to, work with a relationship coach or a life coach, anything in order to feel like you have a community around you. Human beings need community. We need human interaction and connection in order to thrive and to evolve and to progress. So thinking that you can deal with this on your own, although it is heroic, it is not the best idea. Making sure that you have somebody that you can fall back on or a shoulder that you can lean on or cry on, whatever the case may be, you just have to try to make sure that you have a solid support group. The 5th one is focus on what you can control, right? You cannot control the decision that your partner made. You cannot control the outcome of that. You can't control whether you get back together with that individual. You cannot control, their emotions and how they're feeling and trying to convince them that, you're still the right one for them. Control what you can control. And that is your schedule, the things that you do in order to feel like you are being productive, the decisions that you make in regards to processing the emotions, the self-care that you invest in yourself, the conversations that you decide to have with people in your support group to try to purge yourself of the feelings that you're feeling. All those things you can control. So focus on those. And the 6th and final one is forgive yourself. A lot of the times, oftentimes people feel like if they're letting go of somebody they love, again, that situation is hard and you blame yourself a lot of the times for what may have happened. And if you are in this cycle of blame and you are feeling guilty and ashamed and you want to fix the situation, but you feel like you can no longer fix it, again, that falls into things that you cannot control. You cannot control the other person. So forgive yourself. It is okay. You didn't do anything so drastically horrible that it led to the breakup. I mean, it's very possible that there was some infidelity or a break of trust or whatever the case may be. But if it's just one of those situations where, love is lost and people and the relationship kind of fizzled out. And even though you love each other as individuals, there's no longer that romantic love there. Allow yourself to be okay with that. And understand that there is something better at the end of the road. There is always a silver lining, but that's a mindset and it's the way that you perceive your situation as well. One of the primary things in this process is gaining self-awareness, knowing how to manage that process of self-development. And if that's something that you feel like you need help on, if you go to the product section of our website, I have created a training on self-awareness to help you along that journey. So it will give you step-by-step guide as to how to start to become self-aware and process emotion and be able to apply that to your everyday life. So I highly recommend that you go to the website and you check out that product and see if it's something that you would benefit from. And I absolutely think that you would benefit from it because, again, self-awareness is such a key part of us as human beings and being able to navigate and manage life with ourselves and with other people. If you feel like you related to this video or you like this video, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. I love having open dialogue with people. So if there is something that you feel like I missed or something that you connected to in the video, please leave your comments down below. Maybe you just want to know a little bit more and you want to dive in a little bit deeper. You can visit us at happilycommitted.com, where we have a multitude of different videos and blogs and articles related to this topic and many other topics as well. If you want to book a one-on-one coaching session with myself or any of the other coaches, I know with this topic in particular, it can be very difficult to navigate and it takes time to be able to process these things. So if you need somebody to support you, if you need help throughout that process, we would be happy to do that with you hand in hand. Again, my name is Danny. I'm your life and relationship coach. I hope you guys are staying happy and healthy, and I'll see you guys soon.